Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Power Up today. Thank you so much for being on. Trust that our Power Up does find you well. Today is Wednesday. Let me encourage you. It's Wednesday. We've got services tonight, 6 o'clock. Hope you can make it out to them. That'll be a great time in the Lord's house. We have classes for all ages. So be sure and have your families here in church tonight if you can. If you're watching from a different location, be sure and touch base in a church in your area as well. I would like to encourage you on this February the 15th. Hopefully you survived Valentine's Day, or some people call it Single Awareness Day, whatever it is, however you spent it. Trust that you had a good day, and look forward to this February 15th. It's hard to believe we are on the downward side of the hill in February, making our way to the end here. Just 2 weeks left in the month of February. It just goes by so fast. It's just incredible to think about how quickly time flies. But hope you had a good day yesterday, man. It's going to be another warm one today. It's already pretty warm. 40 some degrees already this morning. Had some rain yesterday. Got rid of a lot of the snow and a lot of the ice, and it's just I'm not sure if this is spring coming out, or if it's just a flash in the pan type thing, but either way, we love the warmer weather, and we look forward to the spring, summer months as well. I would like to encourage you. Many of you are already on now. Be sure to push that share button so others can jump on live. Maybe they can catch some of the live stream here today. But let's look at this, Job chapter number 30. Okay, Job 30 is where we're going to begin, and Job is continuing to talk. And we begin verse number 1, Job 30, and verse number 1 that says, "But now they that are younger than I have me in derision." You look at those first two words, "but now." You see, in the previous chapter, what was Job doing in the previous chapter? He was looking back at his past, looking at how God had protected him, God had blessed, and everything in his life seemed to go well. His family was doing well. Financially, he was doing well. He was assisting and helping others in their difficulties. And then we get to chapter number 30, where Job says, all right, but now. Okay, and so this is in the present, what he is currently going through, and he's just kind of rehashing what we already know, what we've already read, and just kind of describing his situation once again to his friends. He says, "But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, okay, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock." And so he's saying, hey, the generation coming up behind me, those that are younger, and he's kind of creating this the difference here between his generation and the generation coming up. And really, over this chapter, he's really stating, and we'll note this over the next several verses, about the people that he has helped before. Remember, he helped children, the fatherless, he helped widows, and so on. And so he's talking about those people that he at one time was helping. Okay, he says, verse number 2, "Yea, whereunto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished." And Job is kind of lamenting his station in life, and all that he has experienced, and the fact that he's a little bit older now, how the young people, the strength of their hands he mentions, and just how it's now their turn to care for those that are aged. Is kind of what he's stating here. "Yea, whereunto might the strength of their hands profit me." Okay, the younger generation assisting the older generation. And then verse number 3, "For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness, in former time desolate and waste." So he's describing these people as he helped them in the past, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief. And so these people, they had nothing. We find that their meat was just or their food was just plants and herbs and all of that kind of thing. They could not afford the finer things of of life in regards to food. And we note also, verse number 6, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks. And so even where they are living, this previous generation, this generation that Job has helped, they did not have good places to live. It says, among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. And so we see the description of these young people, of their families, of really their parents, as we know, they're children of fools. Those that are unlearned, that are unwilling to gain and gather wisdom and understanding. They're consumed with themselves rather than being consumed with their relationship with God and then in providing for their families. It says they were children, children of base men, wicked individuals. These were the children, they were sons and daughters of wicked individuals. They were viler than the earth. Here we see this further description, them being vile individuals. Verse number 9, and now am I their song, yea, I am their byword. Job is saying, this is where they were. I've helped them out, and now I have become the byword. I've become the joke, if you will, of these individuals. And then verse number 10, he gives this further description. They abhor me, they flee far from me, and spare not to spit in my face. And so Job is saying, man, these people, those that I at one time they help, now they insult me, now they make jokes about me, they abhor me, and because of my station in life. When I had everything, man, they loved me. When I was helping them out, had the ability to help them out, they loved me. But now that I can no longer help them, I become that byword. I become the laughing stock, the joke. Whereas before I was able to help them out. And let me just kind of note this as we consider just kind of the early part of this, and we'll continue on with much of this tomorrow. But this is not saying, Job's not saying that he should not have helped these people. He's just noting how fickle people are. Man, when things are going well for you, it's amazing how many friends you have and how many people you can help and be a blessing to. But man, when you're down on your luck, you really find out who your friends are when you're down on your luck. I mean, are they there for you in your time of need? Job, as we know, he has lost much. And those people that he sought to be a blessing to were now kind of turning their back on him because he could not help the way that he had helped before. And so that ought not to be the case with us as believers. We need to seek to be a blessing when possible, seek to maintain that right relationship with the Lord, obviously. And then know this, okay? Know this. Nobody is young for forever, okay? We're all aging, we're all getting older, and the reality of this life is, man, as we get older, we cannot do certain things the way that we used to, and so that's the reality of this life. And then also note this, that when we can't do the things that we used to, and there's many things. Apologize, that's the dumpster getting emptied there. But when we can't do those things, it is imperative for that younger generation to come alongside and help out and to be a blessing where possible. One of the challenges to that for the younger generation is that the older generation, man, most oftentimes, we are too prideful to ask for help. We are too prideful to allow people to help us. I know that's something that I struggle with. You know, I hate inconveniencing people, and if I can do it, I'm going to do it. And I am not one to ask for help, and so that's something that I need to work on, seeking and asking for that help. And so as we get older, hey, don't be afraid to ask for that help or even accept that help from people. Now, in Job's case, we find that the people were not there to help and be a blessing, but rather Job became the laughing stock of those people. And so we kind of see both sides of everything. I've tried to just give a little snippet of both sides and how we can overcome in those areas, and hopefully get you thinking just a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and we'll end there for today, and we'll touch base again tomorrow morning at 8:30. And thank you once again so much for being on. Let me greet those who are on live, and while we do that, Pastor Barnett is normally on, I think maybe a little bit later in the day. He may be on sometimes live, but he is traveling down to Florida, so let's be in prayer for him as he travels to Florida today, and look forward to him kind of getting away, and then also always look forward to him getting back. He's such an encouragement and blessing, so you be in prayer for him. And then I'd ask you to pray for me today. I've got a funeral here in just a couple of hours I'll be doing, and I'm not sure about the salvation of the individual that I'm doing the funeral for. So just pray for wisdom, and pray for just the right words to share with the family and friends there. So I appreciate your prayers in that. Also, look forward to gathering together tonight in church. Look forward to the Rock youth group, our adult Bible studies. We continue to look at Nehemiah, and look forward to just getting together in the Lord's house tonight. And so I was going to say, be there, be square, or be square. And so I don't know. I don't even know if that applies today in our world today. But anyway, I would encourage you to be there. Now, Brian and Cindy, good morning to you. Have an awesome day. Cliff and Karen, good morning to you. Lee and Angie, good morning to you guys as well. Have an awesome day. David Preston, good morning. Jean, good morning to you. Trust that things are well in Florida. Hope the weather is warm, all that good stuff. Charlie and Marcia, good morning to you as well. Kim, good morning. Thank you so much for being on. Good to see you today Perry, good morning to you as well. Jody, good morning and greetings to you all. Paula, thank you so much for being on, and look forward to seeing you at the Rock tonight. And thank you for that comment to Cliff and Karen about Pastor Burtis traveling, and we encourage you to pray for him and pray for others of our Power Up family. If you know that they have needs, pray for others as well. Okay, Lord bless you all. Have an awesome day. Lord willing, we'll touch base tomorrow at 8:30.